And not wasting any time at all are these two. I mean, this is as personal as it gets. I'm surprised they even let the great Alicia Taylor get through her announcements. And we knew how this was gonna go. Lyra, Becky, they win the tag titles at WrestleMania, defeating Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They lose the tag titles the next night in a rematch on Raw. And Becky Lynch's comeback, she thought it was ruined. Becky Lynch was upset that she lost the title so soon and took it out on Lyra Valkyria. The thing is, Lyra Valkyria has not one, but two victories already over Becky Lynch. Will the third time be the charm for Becky Lynch to get a victory over Lyra Valkyria? Or will the third time close out the series for Lyra Valkyria to finally shut up Becky Lynch once and for all? I mean, the stakes were high both other times. The first time these two competed, NXT Women's title on the line, Lyra won. Second time, Women's Intercontinental title was on the line, and Lyra won again at Backlash. And she was blind in one eye. And a Bexploder by Lynch takes out Lyra. And a cover, but barely, and that was just a 1 count. Becky Lynch has her fists all taped up. That's how you can tell Becky Lynch is fight ready. The man feeling fight ready because she put the pressure on herself. And the one thing you cannot take away from the man, Becky Lynch, is that when the pressure's on, she rises to the occasion. Whether you like her or you hate her, you have to respect what she's done to become a 7-time women's champion. I mean, let's go back to WrestleMania 35. It was, backslide. Valkyria and Lynch, manhandle, arm drag, counter by Lyra Valkyria. And a takedown. Look at that by Lynch. You go back to WrestleMania 35. It's Becky Lynch, it's Charlotte Flair, and it's Ronda Rousey. Winner take all with the defunct Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships at stake, with Becky not being a title holder of either championship in that match, but would go on in the first ever women's WrestleMania main event. When WrestleMania was just a one-night premium live event, Becky Lynch would do the unthinkable and pick up the victory. And a 2 count there by Lynch on Lyra Valkyria. So my point of that is, Lynch is, no stranger to pressure. When the pressure's on, she rises to the occasion. And this is no different. By making this the last time she can ever challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, as long as Lyra Valkyria holds that title, that's what it is for Becky. But with this becoming as personal as it's become, who's let this get into their head more? You already heard Lyra say, now I'm angry. Now you've made me angry. But is that anger going to be used as focus? Is it going to be used as drive the longer this match goes on? Or will there be some emotional contention within herself? Is there going to be some issues there? Does Lyra Valkyria find herself overthinking her situation? Or does Becky Lynch, in the opposite end of the spectrum, does Becky Lynch, who already has 2 losses, find herself in this mental battle of, I haven't done it. Can I do it? And the frustration that can build up the longer a match like this goes on, it becomes mentally frustrating. it builds up, it clouds your mind, and it makes you wonder if I can actually even defeat this person. And now it's Lyra Valkyria who got a nice little combo there. And a nice power bomb for the victory, but it's no good as Becky Lynch kicks out at 2.5. Lyra, it seems she was going after the arm of Lynch for a second, trying to think about what she wanted to do. But that exhaustion was starting to set in. You can see it in Lyra. That's where the exhaustion sets in. But she's pushing through. Looking for Nightwing, perhaps. But Becky breaks free. And sending Lyra into the top turnbuckle. Oh, but look at this counter into a roll-up to retain. To close it out. Went for a spinning side, like a heel kick. A backflip. Oh my God. Planting Lyra with that DDT on the top of the skull. And another near fall as Becky Lynch was so close to putting away Lyra to capture the Women's Intercontinental Championship for the first time in her career. Look at the way that Lyra got planted off that DDT. Absolutely destructive by Becky Lynch. The man is truly bringing the fight and not holding anything back in this big match. The title's on the line. It's Becky Lynch's last chance to challenge Lyra for the title. And Becky Lynch made that so. Look at those elbows from Lyra. Oh, look at the power. Lyra Valkyria. Lyra with a suplex. Oh. And a fisherman suplex. And a 2 count off that fisherman suplex. It was almost a perfect fisherman suplex, if you will. And neither woman willing to stand down. Neither woman is willing to throw in the towel. Because that means giving up. That means showing remorse. That means showing that they don't have it. That they don't want it that bad. Till the last breath is what happens when you have such a personal feud like this. Moonsault off the middle turnbuckle, but Becky Lynch able to get out of harm's way. I want to get right back in it with that swinging heel kick up on the shoulders as Lyra looks for that Nightwing one more time. Becky Lynch double underhook, turns it into an arm bar, and she's got it locked in tight. Lyra in a deep arm bar and in deep trouble. Turns it around, stacks Lynch. Oh! That was almost 3. Now going to counter with a submission of her own. Look at the torque. Look at the way that Lyra has this single leg crab. Look at the way the back is being torqued. Look at the way the leg is being bent back. And the foot on the head of Becky. There's pressure being put on the neck of Lynch into the mat. The pressure, the back of the leg being hyperextended. The way the back is bent. Lyra's really targeting some of the major muscles in the body of Becky Lynch now. And that can create the weakness the longer this match goes on. And a slide through with that drop kick through the top and middle rope to Lynch. And a crossbody takes that Lynch on the outside on the floor. And Lyra doing everything she can to stay on the gas. But right now it seems that Becky Lynch is laid on the announce desk. Lyra, that split second that she took for like a little breather, it almost seemed, gave Becky Lynch a chance to turn around. But Lyra turning things around again. Look at these Kawada kicks. Brutal. Holding on to that Intercontinental Championship for a quick second. Almost like a quick recharge to remind Lyra what she's fighting for. What she's fighting to keep. And that leaping leg drop as Lynch was draped over the barricade. And a nasty landing. A nasty connection. And that collision could lead Lyra to victory, but Becky counters with a powerbomb in midair as she caught Lyra, but Lyra kicks out. Lyra drives through the pain, just like she drove that leg drop right onto Lynch. I don't even know where Lynch was able to counter. That's just veteran instincts there. That is literally the pure definition of veteran instincts. When you realize you're in deep trouble, something kicks in. When you want something more than life itself, there's just a light that switches in your brain that goes just bam. It's time. It's go time. With 17,374 of the WWE Universe here in the Intuit Dome, they are watching this incredible Intercontinental title match. It is Becky Lynch who is looking to shut out Lyra Valkyria and take the Intercontinental Championship. And if she cannot do so, she will never challenge Lyra Valkyria for the title as long as Lyra holds it. For Lyra Valkyria, she looks to stop Becky Lynch and make sure Becky Lynch stays away from her title, making sure that Becky Lynch can never get a 1 on the 2-0 that Lyra has over Becky Lynch. Lyra really looking to put Becky Lynch away. This could be deep trouble. This could be a disastrous moment. But Becky Lynch counters. Oh my God, a manhandle slam off the middle turnbuckle to crown a new champion. But Lyra is not done yet. Becky's face says it all. The shock, the disbelief, the realization that there is a lot more to Lyra Valkyria than what she may have accounted for in this contest. What a fight between these two. It's the look of frustration that starts to build in. And I mentioned earlier, when it comes to frustration, that builds a cloud over your mind that can prevent you from staying focused on the target at hand and can make you lose control over having a strategy. Having a strategy is how winners are made. Anger gets you absolutely nowhere. Oh my God, and a manhandle slam on the floor. And now Becky needs to get Lyra back in the ring. And Jessica Carr with that count at 6 already. Lyra trying to stay to... And Becky wisely rolls into the ring to force the rope break. Or force the count, rather. Look at that Nightwing out of nowhere. Where did that Nightwing come from? Pulling out deep. Just when you think you're drowning in the deep end. A life raft. A lifesaver comes in the form of a Nightwing. And at the count of 9, both superstars make the count. And this match continues. You gotta think, if this match had ended right then and there, how devastating that would have been. Since the get-go of this match, these two have shown that this is going to be a match you're not going to forget. This is going to be a match that is going to show just how personal it's been. Now Lyra and Becky exchange blows in the center of the ring, going tit for tat. Who's going to pull the upper hand here? This is where the tides can be shifted. This is where control is so important. Oh, Valkyria was looking for another Nightwing. Becky Lynch, roll up, roll up, roll up. 2. Lyra. And Lyra sent into the turnbuckle. Or sent in the ropes, rather. Oh. Counter. Rolls through. Becky. And Becky. She had the tights. Becky with a handful of tights. Becky Lynch outsmarting Lyra Valkyria this time. Becky Lynch came to play. Becky Lynch came to fight. And Becky Lynch played a little dirty with a handful of tights for a victory. And you can see the frustration, the disappointment in the eyes of Lyra. Let's get another look at this. First, it was that roll-up by Lyra. Counter. Let's get the look, the full look at the tights. Handful. She's 100% got those tights. One thing is as clear as day is the angle of Becky Lynch with that Women's Intercontinental Championship on her shoulder. A heartbreaking loss for Lyra. But as part of the agreement, Becky Lynch with a smirk on her face because she knows now that Lyra has to raise the hand of Lynch. Unfortunately for Lyra, her reign has ended. The inaugural women's champion is now women's intercontinental champion is now the former women's intercontinental champion. Now is being embarrassed and humiliated. She doesn't want to. I don't blame you, Lyra. I wouldn't want to do it either. I got morals too. And there we go. Lyra does it. She holds up Becky Lynch's arm. And Becky pulls Lyra again. Lyra already did what she said she was going to do, but now Becky Lynch, she's just trying to just soak it in. Becky's just trying to really just egg on Lyra and make this really worse, just rubbing it in. This is heartbreaking for Lyra Valkyria. A hard-fought match. I get the feeling this might not be done between these two. She's saying you better strap it around my waist. We're already crowning a new champ. Now she wants Lyra to do it. This is... And the humiliation as Lyra wraps the Women's Intercontinental Championship that she's fought so hard to defend. Oh, look at this! Do what you gotta do! And a Nightwing, send your message! Becky got what she deserved. You want to egg somebody on? Well, consequences come your way. That's karma. And Lyra held up her end of the bargain, but Becky Lynch just wanted to rub it in and make it worse for Lyra. Becky may have won the match, but Lyra's the one who's standing. I get the feeling this feud between these two is not over.